Hello, everyone. Welcome to Mike's Gaming Gala. We got a bonus live stream today. For those of you who are watching last Saturday, you know that there were some problems with Stella. Note for any content creator, especially if you're streaming through StreamYard, do not, if somebody asks you to change your settings in Stella, do not do that live. It caused big problems. Wasn't able to get Stella going again and being able to stream. Since then, I've restarted my computer. I've uninstalled and reinstalled Stella. I'm still having issues, but I seem to have it working right now. So we are going to make up for the fact that we weren't able to stream all of those new Olioni games last weekend. And believe it or not, since Saturday, he's got a new one up. So I do have, we showed you Mouse versus Cat 2 last Saturday, and we've got now still 4 games. They are Flyline, Deadly Speed, Box in the Sky, and Dual West, which is the brand new game from Olioni Games. So we're going to be streaming those today on the Atari 2600. Hopefully this Stella issue doesn't make it so that I can't capture footage. I haven't tried to do that yet, but I've got a whole pile of games that I want to capture footage for future reviews. So big headache, lots of stress, nobody's fault, but we're gonna get it working. If you are, so this is a bonus stream. I usually don't stream during the week, but I have this week off. If you are watching on the Retro Bliss Gaming channel, this is a very familiar time for you. This is roughly when he used to stream all the time. Hopefully he'll be back to that sooner rather than later, January, hopefully. But we are going to fill that spot. So we're going to do that. Few channel tidbits for my channel, Mike's Gaming Gala. Last night, there was a great response to that React video. I reacted to a video on whether or not the Sprint is a must-buy or a novelty. That was a video from the Atari network, John, the 7800 Pro Gamer. Lots of great feedback from that. So awesome. I'm glad you guys like that. I really like doing React content, but I'm not going to do it just for the sake of doing it. If it's something that's very applicable to me or my community, I will certainly do it. I like doing it. But if I have nothing to add, there's no point in me reacting to a video. That's very lazy content. And I like to do it in such a way where I'm pausing and adding something to it. So thank you for that. For those of you who've seen the short for the review tomorrow, my sincerest apologies. It is the most disturbing thing I've uploaded to YouTube. But definitely watch the review because Mermaid Enchanted Ocean is a pretty darn good game. I like it a lot. So that review's coming out tomorrow. And then this Saturday, I'm not sure what we're going to stream yet, but we will be streaming at 2 p.m. and we will be live next week at Tuesday at 8 p.m. So let's say hello to the chat. We've got Bart, Off Grid Arcade. He's got a new pinball video that he just put up, kind of like retro styled tables. And I kind of like that. They look pretty cool. They're like the old 60s tables. And he's got more coming. I know he's doing the deluxe one, but I think, spoiler alert, he wasn't a big fan of it. Daudacity is here. Welcome. And Operation Shutdown is here. Yes, good time to stream. I imagine there'll be a lot more viewers on the Retro Bliss channel. He will, people saying, oh, a midday stream on a weekday. That must be Phil coming back. Unfortunately not. It's still me, but it should be at least a nostalgic time slot for you. Kelly is here, Mrs. Offgrid, and she likes my shirt. Yes, it's funny. My kids ask me what I want for Father's Day every year. And I say just a nerdy shirt because one year they got me one that has like the 3 lightsabers. With like they picked their colors and they put their names on it. So this one is, James, who's my oldest, he's 19 now, Daniel 16, and Atrin is 10. And I'm Super Daddy-O. I like this shirt a lot. All right, so Olioni Games. Let's hope that this works. When I was playing last weekend, Flyline was the game that we kind of cut out on. So we are going to play Flyline properly. And yeah, so this, and I've got the audio a little lower. Some of the game over screens for Olioni Games are really jarring. So we will, I'll try to F2 out of it, which restarts the game. But yeah, so in Flyline, you can change to different colors, and you have to be the same color. Pressing the button changes your color and rotates through them. You have to be the same color as the fruit that's coming towards you. If you touch it and you're the wrong color, a fly swatter comes and, oh, that's the first one again, and ends your game. So it starts off pretty slow, and then it gets fast and difficult. So there's the first stage done. Now you can see it's a little faster. We're just a fly that wants some fruit. You're not designed as a fruit fly, but you're a fruit fly. Okay, there we go. And you can move back and forth. It's a simple game. All of the Olioni games are pretty simple games. You may or may not like that, but the link is in the description. They're free downloads. See, it's starting to get a little quicker now. They're free. They're not free downloads, but they're cheap downloads. You can spend between $3 and $5. Oh shoot! Oh. When it gets fast, you have to focus. Even though they come in the order that you change your color. Ooh. I had to sneeze and I lifted my arm. Oh, see? I wasn't paying attention and now the fly swatter comes to get me. So, Crypto Coffee says he has a few of the Olioni games. Great dude. I did a video, like these are games that have been released since my video. I did a video of all of their games. I didn't review them, but I kind of did a brief walkthrough of all of them. There was like 40 of them at the time. He releases them very quick. Some of them are very short. I like games for the Atari 2600. I like games like this that loop. Because then you could keep playing it. You could try to get a high score. You could do all that stuff. He has some games that, you know, I liked, but I can beat them in like 2 minutes. And it feels like certainly don't put those ones on a cart. I would love to see some of these games expanded to be longer or just loop so that you could work towards the high score. But as you can see, simple game. It starts off really easy. And then it gets not so easy. Whoa. Oh, got right to the end there. Oh, I guess it loops. It goes back to slow. When it loops, I think to increase the difficulty, if he mixed up the colors a bit, that would give a lot more longevity to the game and challenge. Because right now, the fruit comes at you in order. So unless something changes here that I'm not anticipating, I have a feeling I could kind of play this indefinitely. Basically until you get tired and slip up with a color. But I think when it loops back to the slow one, if you start like the second round, the colors mixed up, that would add a depth to the game. But we'll play this for a little bit and see. Maybe it does. Well, yeah, forgot they get really fast now. So my strategy, I kind of run to the right just to give me time to switch to the right color. Yeah, it looks like it just kind of loops ad infinitum. But if they changed it so that the colors changed, or the order of the colors, whoops, that would definitely add a degree of difficulty. That would extend the enjoyability of this game. So maybe that's something that they could add in a revised version of this. Actually, I wonder, because some of their games do have difficulty settings. Let's restart and set left difficulty to A. There's no different game modes. So let's try that. This seems the same. Maybe I go to left difficulty B. Would that change it? No. Doesn't look like there's different difficulty settings. But I do think, like, right now the fruit comes at you in the order of the colors that you switch to. If it didn't, that would add I think that kind of crucial element to that game. Let's take a look at the chat. Justin says, I have no clue what's going on here. And Off-Grid answered him. It's a basic match the color and eat the fruit. If you're not, actually, I'll go back into it and show you, because I think I only died once. If you're not the right color and you touch the fruit, the fly swatter comes and ends your game. So it's a simple game. Most Olioni games are. There's nothing wrong with that. I do think that to add variety, you mix up the fruit colors, and then you could just keep that same loop, because especially in the faster levels, if you mix up those colors, it would be a lot more challenging. Hi, kids. It's the Horror Stream Live. How are you doing? Cannabis Kid says, I was supposed to receive my copy of Terminator 2 Collector's Edition today, and Amazon delivered it yesterday after dark. So it probably sat on your porch for for a while. That's sometimes no good. Mr. Postal's been streaming that game. That game looks really, really good. I want to play that game. These games kind of remind me of the stuff put out by US Games. I'm not sure if that's a compliment or not. Yeah, maybe. These are certainly a lot cheaper than those games were. Like I was saying earlier, you can download these at the link in the description. He's got like 45 games now. They're between $3 and $5. Some of them are super short. They're all simple games, but even US Games had a few pretty decent games. So, I don't mind it. Like I said, I'm not reviewing these. He sent me these ROMs. He's looking for me to help him let people know about them, and I'm happy to do that. So let's do Box in the Sky. This one is definitely going to give you US Games vibes. This is I do like the colors on the side. The graphics in this one are pretty spiffy for an Olioni Games release. He hit me. So the goal in this, did he already hit me twice? Is to hit this box enough times that it drops a present. And I'm doing awful here. This is the first stage, so it's very easy. This is the only stage that I've played. I did play all of these just so I made sure I knew how to play them, and I did read the manuals. So there you go. You got a present. Now it's second stage. It is my sincere hope that as I continue to play this, it gets more difficult. Because again, like a ramp up in difficulty is the name of the game when it comes to 2600. Or maybe in later stages, he moves the same speed, but he shoots more often. You got to shoot it lots of times to get the present in the box. Because it's a box in the sky. There we go. I got a tree. Oh, did I get hit? I did get hit. I only have one dude left. Don't shoot me. Oh, that was a cat. Oh, here's a witch now. We don't like her. I think that's a witch. Ooh. Oh. All right, let's try that again. Justin says, so this is basically a piñata. Yes. Hello drops, cats and trees, and I think that first one was supposed to be like an Activision logo. If you're playing on the 2600 and it drops an Activision game, that's a good thing. Okay, let's see if we can kill that witch. It hit me. If you're patient, you can just, because it has like a set time between its shots. But I'm trying not to be patient. I think that makes the game more fun. Oh, I got hit. Oh. But I would like to beat the witch and see how things change. Oh, that was rude. Shot me on the entry. Two cats. My daughter would like that one. Okay, witch. I want to see if this loops and gets more difficult. Not that I've been playing very well that I need it to be more difficult, but if I was seriously playing this, I would definitely want that. Oh, I did it again. Okay. Let's be serious. I haven't beaten the witch yet. I need to beat the witch because this game isn't that hard. Okay. We got our Activision game. Now we're going to get our fruit tree. Is there a partridge in that pear tree? It is the Christmas season after all. I don't see a partridge. Doesn't look like a pear tree either. Maybe cherries. Two cats. I like the sprite for that. That's actually quite nice. Ow! Witch. Witch, please. Okay, does the difficulty ramp up? Or does it just loop this forever? Or do the gifts at least change? Ah. Okay. Oh, we got the witch again. The sprites in this are good. I think we need a ramp up in difficulty. Again, not that I'm doing well enough to really justify that, but because if you want to be really conservative, you just take a shot between their shots every time, and you're safe. Like this. Ugh, until you do that. Okay. Busy adulting, yeah. Yeah, so this is basically a piñata. Do they make at least one 2600 game that only uses a control stick and not the button? Yes. They've got a couple games where you don't need the button. And in Flyline, you don't really need the control stick if you're fast enough with the button. I know you're talking about like for disabled people who only have access to one hand to do stuff. But they do have, I think, a couple of their racing games are just the D-pad. Could be worse. Could be games by Apollo. Hey, it's Ballistic Coffee Boy. How are you doing, sir? Haven't seen you in a little while. If you guys are into Atari 2600 stuff, BCB's the guy. He reviews everything Atari. Absolutely everything. Even the silly stuff. Happy holidays to you too, sir. All right. So the next one we're going to look at is Deadly Speed. Now, I know this one has one of those really obnoxious game over screens. And there's a reason for that. Like, I understand why you may have a game over screen that goes like kind of jumps out at you. You want it to jar the person's like, oh, I crashed, and it's a game over. But have it like do that and then stop. The game over screen on this, it just stays that. And if you suffer from migraines or headaches or something like that, this is not the game over screen for you. But Deadly Speed, we are going to play. Justin Messer says, I love my Junior. I believe he's talking about the Atari 2600 Junior console. I like that one too. I actually find back when I was recording off of original hardware all the time and not emulating for my gameplay footage, I would use my Junior because it had the best video output of the systems I have. I have dozens of Atari 2600s. I've got like 4 heavy sixers sitting. They all need, well, no, one of them is pristine. That's my Telegames one. The other ones are all in need of repair, and I've been meaning to do that, and I've been meaning to do that on the channel. But sadly, there's just no time in the day. Even now, like I'm on vacation right now for the holidays. And like, I barely have time to do the stuff that I need to do around the house, let alone, like, my goal was to get ahead on YouTube stuff, and that has not happened. Dryerlint17 says his Aunt Wanda needs a ride to the store. Well, you better give her a ride to the store. When Aunt Wanda calls, Dryerlint answers. All right, so we got easy and hard. Trust me, easy is plenty enough for me. So this is a racing game. Press A to accelerate. Well, you don't want to hit other cars. You want to get these little yellow things. Oh, come on. And you want to get the little white things that fly at you. Your stamina. Dang it. See, those are like puddles. Your stamina is at the bottom left there, and you have to pass 200 cars to beat the stage, and there are 10 stages. This is one of those games. Oh, come on, no. One of those games that is definitely longer. I'm not going to lie, I'm not a huge fan of this one. If it's racing on the 2600, it's kind of enduro or bust for me. But these little, the orange things are good. The white things are good. The dark splotches that fly at you. Did I lose? Oh. The dark splotches that fly at you are puddles, and they make you slip. You move like back and forth. And then you crash into other cars, and that's not good. Because every time you crash into a car, it, like, lowers your stamina. It's a difficult game. I cannot see, like, if somebody's really, really good at it, I can see you getting through 10 stages of it. I do not have much desire to play all 10 stages, but we'll play a bit of this. Justin says, I find that the best racer on the 2600 is pole position. There's a big debate. For me, it's enduro. I love enduro. And pole position is a great game. It tries to be more of a simulator as opposed to an arcade racer, and I've always gravitated towards arcade racers. But pole position is a great game. As long as nobody here is saying that Night Driver is the best racer on the 2600, that's for you, Jeremiah Thomas, if you watch back later. Yeah, pole position, I respect that. And mostly because GCC put a lot of love into making the port. There's a lot of, like, some games on the 2600, like OG games, you can really tell that all the effort was put in, especially in some of those later games. There's the Real Sports Boxing. Like, I don't like boxing games, but that is a fantastic looking game, at least. And they try to do some, like, there's some strategy to it. DeAndre77, hello. How are you today, sir? I am doing well. We're doing our makeup stream for the Olioni games. Back to racing. Oh. There's just so much on the screen that you have to try and avoid. Every time you pick up one of those orange things, that's 2 less cars that you have to pass. And we like that. We like that a lot. But those puddles, like, if the puddles were static and not moving, I think it would be a lot more doable. Oh. God, get out of my way. So that number at the bottom is the amount of cars that you have to pass. To beat the stage. And at least for stage 1, it's 200 cars. So kind of the same base concept as enduro, you know, pass a certain amount of cars and beat the stage. Oh, my health ain't doing good. Stop hitting the, no! Ah! I don't like that end screen. Mr. Olioni, please, please, please stop doing that. Don't do that to my end screens. Buggy Multiplex says, Street Racer 1977, best racing game. Hard disagree. I don't mind Street Racer, but definitely not the best. And I know that is a not serious comment. DeAndre's doing good, and I am doing good as well. So, good. Everybody's good. Okay, I need to pass a stage. I need to pass one stage. Oh, don't hit puddles. Don't hit other cars. Stop hitting cars. Get out of my way. This game would be no problem if those puddles didn't move like that. It's frustrating. Stop it. Oh, don't. $16, come on. All right, we made it to stage 2. There's an accomplishment at least. Oh. Oh. There's 10 stages of this. Can you imagine? Give me that. Oh. Hey, we made it to stage 3. Ah, collecting these orange blocks, that's your strategy. And as soon as you start slipping and you're like trapped by a car, you've really got to take your thumb off the gas. Because otherwise you just get trapped and you're in a loop of crashing. Stop hitting me. Give me that, give me that, give me that, give me that. Give me. Okay, stage 4. Ooh, this is 250. Oh, see? This is gonna end badly for me. I guess you don't lose health from hitting the puddles, which is good. And the facilitator, it's the white thing that flies in. You want to collect those because that heals your car. But you can kind of, like, every time you collect an orange dot, a new orange dot comes on. And as long as you don't crash into cars, the puddles just make you fly around. Eesh. So, you can kind of... Found a way to cheese the game, guys. You can kind of, like, just tap your way up. Hard mode is basically the same, but that facilitator isn't there. So you don't get to heal your car. But you could cheese the game by doing what I'm doing right here, which is just get the orange thing. So 150 for this stage. With this new technique, we could beat the game. In easy mode. In easy mode, you only get a silver trophy. In hard mode, you get a gold trophy. But silver is classier than gold. It's not as gaudy. I used to do a lot of game testing, so learning how to cheese games like this is a very useful thing when you need to get to a certain stage to test it, but you're not good enough at the game to do it properly. Like in the NT Basic competition, there was a game where like you jumped up platforms and it was just continual jumping, and if at a certain point, if you fall, you lose. And so your high score is how many platforms you jumped on. I figured out that it counted platforms even if it was the same platform. And on the first screen, there's ground there. So if you fall down, you don't lose. So as long as you jump onto the platform, jump back down, jump on, jump back down, you could get that number super, super high. And so in the high score competition for that, like everyone was like 50, 60 platforms, and I come in with like 530. And everyone's like, how'd you do that? You must be so awesome at the game. And then on a stream, I showed everybody how I cheesed the score. But this game mechanic of those orange dots always popping on, and the orange dot removes 2 from what you have to pass. You never have to pass a single car. And the puddles, you know, I'm realizing now they don't actually hurt you. They just frustratingly make you fly around. So let's see if we can beat the game. Let's see what the end screen is like. Because I know there are 10 stages. Ooh, now it's nighttime. That's actually pretty cool. I appreciate the effort to give variety to the stages. I know there's like a cloudy stage too. This reminds me of like the tail lights in Enduro. So that's pretty cool. I can appreciate that. I can appreciate the effort put in here. Especially with those puddles moving around. I think this game would be better if the puddles didn't like slide across the road. Because then you can like more properly drive as opposed to just hope and pray that you don't hit one of those puddles. So maybe, again, if I know Mr. Olioni will watch this back. I don't think he's in the chat right now. But if you are watching a version of this where the puddles don't move around like that, you can keep the facilitator moving around, because that's something that like you want to have skill to be able to get. But and the cars, obviously, the cars have to move around to give the challenge. But those puddles don't move. Puddles are fixed obstacles on the road. I think it would be more fun. That's just my feedback. I can see people enjoying this one. Again, for $4, and it's certainly not a super short game. My feedback when I did my big video where I reviewed like the 40 that were there before was some of his games I actually really enjoy, but they're really short games. They're like 5-minute games. So, just expanding the length of the game, I think, would go a long way to improving the library that he's got. Because even for $4, nobody wants to spend $4 and then finish the game in 2 minutes. No matter how nice you make the game, we want some length of gameplay, and this one certainly has it. So that's a positive. But I think if you want people to play without spamming and cheesing it like I am right here, just make fixed position puddles that you have to avoid, and I think it'd be a much more playable racing game. But what's here isn't bad. It's certainly very chaotic, and I know a lot of people like their Atari games chaotic. But here, I want to show you guys the end of the game. So we're going to pass all 10 stages on easy mode. But as you can see, like when I was, honestly, let's just call it as it is, playing it properly, there you go. When I was playing it properly, I probably would have gotten to like stage 4. So there you go. Silver Cup. Good luck on the game. Thank you. Honestly, this game looks about as fun as trying to merge lanes on the I-95 corridor on the way into Boston. Yeah, I can see that. It is chaotic. There's a lot of stuff on the screen, and the puddles move. So that is, it's certainly not going to be for everyone. Hello, Mr. Poststyle. You missed the first 3 games, but you're here for the last game, which is the brand new game from Olioni Games, released since Saturday. And that is Duel West. Now, this is a port of the NES Gunman game. So basically, it's a quick draw competition. And so the guy will flash 3 times. On the 3rd flash, you got to press a button. This is a game that, so CK, if you're still watching, this is a game you only require the button. You don't move your reticle or anything. You just press the button on the 3rd flash. It would be really cool if this became a light gun game. But again, because your reticle is fixed, there's no real point in moving it around unless you moved where your opponent was each time. And so they come in, they flash at the start, they flash really slow, and then it'll be faster or different, varying speeds. But literally, all you're doing is pressing the button when it's time to shoot. And if you don't shoot before they do, you lose a life. You've got 4 lives. Let's get into it. Duel West. Duel West. Life is violent there. Duel West. Shoot people without a care. Does a 2600 have native light gun support? I don't know if it's native, but I know it does have light gun support. I know that people have made light gun games for the 2600. There might only be 1 or 2, but I know it's possible. And like the 7800 had light gun support, again only for like 1 game, and the Atari 8-bit computers had light gun support, most famously with the XEGS, which is cool. Mr. Posthouse says, I was accidentally in Bliss's chat. Can't give him the view time. Well, we're simulcasting so that he can have view time, because he is still recovering from everything that he's going through, as you know. But so do us all a favor. Yeah, the chat might be more active in mine, but afterwards, when you're working, go to Bliss's video, watch it, and just leave it watching in your pocket or something so we can give him some view time. And everybody's excited to see Mr. Poststyle, and Mr. Poststyle is excited to see them too. So let's play some Duel West. Wah, wah, wah. So he'll flash 3 times. Kapow! See, I'm quick on the draw. He's got some spurs. The animations in here are pretty good. The sprites are pretty good. I don't know what that is hanging between his legs, but he's got a pair on him. I guess they're supposed to be spurs, but he had fat legs, so you couldn't see between the legs. Oh, see, he shot me. He was quick there. There we go. They get tougher. You got to be quick on that last shot. He's got a pair on him, too. The sound effects while this guy walks on, it's like a tank is coming to be your opponent. Yeah. There's Mr. Droopy Balls. So I guess each character has their own kind of pattern. I'm starting to see patterns here. Crowd is cheering. I know that Atari sound effect. That's a crowd cheering for him. Yeah, really put the sound chip through its processes. Yeah, so this blue guy, he's the slow one. There's Cannonballs. That's his new name, Cannonballs. This is Tank. His nickname's Tank. Blue, I guess. Nothing special about him, and he's a really slow draw. As you kill them, you've got this bar on the left that grows. I wonder if there's an ending to this game. That guy had droopy balls too. Tank looks like a bull, and Audacity says they call him droopums. And I see that Justin's got a bigger comment there. I'll read it after this game. Oh, he just popped right in, that guy. Droopums. Hey, we're getting to a point where some of them just kind of pop in. Oh, he's got his applause. We'll call this guy the showman. There he goes. Droopums is back. Tank, who also looks like a bull. He's kind of a minotaur. I'll give you that. I forget. Is this guy one of those fast ones? We'll find out. The showman is here. I want to see now what happens if you get that bar all the way down. Oof. There's no penalty for accidentally pressing the button early, so that's good. Bull. Standing up with each flush, yeah. This is slow-mo. That's his name, not Blue. He's slow-mo. Oh, now the... Oh! I only got one life left. Come on. If I ever die to this guy, that'll be bad. Droopums. Bull. There we go. Champion, that bar is almost at full length. All right, I could be careful for this guy. He's gotten me a couple times. You win. There you go. You get the full bar and you win. So that one, I like the fact that there's different guys and there's variety in how they shoot. It'd be nice if there was a little more, like if you could have the same three flash patterns, but mix them up per gunman so you never really know. Like every time that blue guy came on, I knew, okay, I can relax on this one. And then by the end of it, I figured, okay, whenever bull comes on, he's really quick. So I gotta like make sure I'm ready. If I didn't know that, then I'd have to make sure I'm ready for every single one. Obviously, there's some challenge there. If I played it again, I think I would end with more lives. But the fact that in order to play it through, I lost 3 times, not bad, not bad. So Justin says, interesting that you get 2,800 points per kill. I wonder if it's a reference to the Atari 2800 and its ill-fated release against the Famicom and SG 1000. Maybe. So for those of you who aren't familiar, the Japanese 2600 was called the 2800, and it looks like the video arcade. No, not video arcade. The Sears Telegames system Model 2. It's a pretty cool system. I really, really want one. I have the Tele Arcade or whatever, but I would like, even though there's nothing different except for it's got the 2800 branding, and I would want the one that still has the Japanese stickers on it. The ones that usually peel off, but quite often you'll see them. Unfortunately, it's a pretty pricey buy. It did not do well in Japan. It does, Justin. The XE light gun works with the system. One game was released. Yeah, I thought so. So the 2600 does support the light gun. It would be cool. I imagine the light gun, really, that button, it just acts as a button. So it'd be interesting to see if you could put this game on like a back bit or something and put it in your 2600, plug in a light gun, and that button theoretically would still work. You wouldn't be able to move back and forth in the menu, so you'd just be playing. Well, and you don't need to. You just press a button to get out of the menu. And then you could at least pretend like you're shooting. That would be interesting to see. Somebody should try that out. Thank you. Thank you. And Off-Grid Arcade says that FedEx says his Sprint is out for delivery today. That is awesome. It is the 17th. I am supposed to get mine tomorrow. We will see if that happens, but if I do, I'll be very happy, because then that will give me some time to hopefully make a video that I can release in January for it. And Mr. Postal said, sweet. So those are the 4 new games, and actually it's 5 new games, because on Saturday I streamed Mouse vs. Cat 2, and we beat that one. So with cheesing the Deadly Speed game, we beat that. We beat Cat vs. Mouse 2, and we beat this Deadly West game. The Fly Line game, that is kind of on an infinite loop, and so seems to be the Box in the Sky game. So those ones you just be playing over and over and over again for a high score, and these ones, there's actually a goal to reach. So if you are interested in any of these games, or any of their previous games, which I did do a video showing you all of the games, there's like 40 of them. The link to Olioni games is in the description. These are all ROM downloads. They cost between $3 and $5 a piece. Some of them worth it, some of them maybe not. And that's, like, I'm not here to review them. Unless Olioni produces like a really long game, I'll never really review them. I'm showing you these games. I like some of them. I'm not a big fan of others, and that is going to be the same for any game library. Tomorrow, we've got our review of Mermaid Enchanted Ocean for the Intellivision. It's a really good game. If you can stomach the intro, Michelle makes a return as a mermaid. It's not pretty, but it's there. It was funny. My wife did my makeup for Michelle, and she's like, please don't embarrass me. Please don't embarrass me. and then she saw the intro, and she's like, oh my God. And I will say that when I was shooting Michelle, because I do not like putting that makeup on. It is like, it's uncomfortable. I don't know how women do it, but I did shoot Michelle's part for a future intro for Princess Liddy. So she's going to be in that one. But that probably won't be until, honestly, probably February. We'll see. But I've got lots of stuff coming. But this week, review of Mermaid. Next week is going to be the top 10 games. I've actually got the list right here. I'm not going to show it to you. But my top 10 games that I reviewed in 2025, it's kind of become an annual tradition where I list my favorite games that I reviewed that year. And then the week after that is going to be a compilation of all the game like review intros from 2025. And then we're back into the reviews. So stay tuned for that. I will be live this Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern. I will be live next Tuesday. I think it's the 23rd at 8 p.m. Eastern. Going to be keeping the regular schedule, so you'll be able to tune in and watch whatever I end up playing. But I appreciate you guys all being here. Thank you very much. We'll see you next time on Mike's Gaming Gala. Bye, everybody.